Hello everybody, welcome to another day of Cosmoteer. Today we are going to be looking at somebody that just joined us in our community, and we're going to be looking at their ships. So let me go here and let's get into the game. They did change a few things, such as just clear objects, clear everything. You can select, I just did select all, clear everything out. So what they did change over here, the first person we're going to be looking at is Butter. What's up, Shin? Hello and welcome. Alright, let's pull in one of these first ships and let me make sure that everyone gets notified in Discord here real quick and get this all set up. Okay, so one of the first ships that we can see right here, you can take a look at the paint job. Butter is a new person that came into our Discord, and he's got this really neat, nice looking ship. Let's go ahead and create a folder for this. So we're going to save the ships. We're going to open this up. I think we are in March. We're going to do new folder in March, and this is 3.13.2024. Perfect. All right, let's save this one in here and let's take a look at it fighting each other. Honestly, the design, I don't even think the AI can do it justice because he has this back. He has these back ions in the back here. I mean, this just looks like a really neat, nice ship. I like how he has it so he can blocks for the shield. But it looks like the attack pattern or defaults are a little far. But I like how he has these two little ions in here so he can shoot in the back too from behind as needed. Like I said, I don't think the AI is going to do it justice unless we throw a whole bunch of little small ships at it. Hello Galbatrox. Hello Unexcited. Salute. There really is... Yeah, I don't think it facing each other does it justice at all. Let's take it out. It's a 1,000,000.3. I think this one could showcase better if we actually added some kind of swarming to it. So I'm just going to throw on a bunch of these little ships and see how it does for swarming. Let's do 4 and see if it can take on 4. I'm going to say I think it can. Even though it's less, when you're swarming a ship, that's how you really can test to see how well it can do. I think it could take on 6 or 7 probably or more. I like this ion attack pattern. Great maneuverability backwards. These ships are not slow. His shields are holding up really nicely. I mean, let's take a look on the inside. Shield pattern. I like how he has it in the corners there. I'm wondering if it's actually be better if you stick the door here instead of there. That way they stick to the corners. So the only change I'm thinking of to make to this one, Butter did ask for some maybe minor improvements, would be I would probably suggest, and you see how it has it upside down for me at least it feels that way. I would say take this door and put this door here. Yes, you're adding 2 extra doors, but you're saving time so the person doesn't have to walk all the way through. That's what I'm thinking. I could be wrong. Let's just see what it does. Let's throw it in March. We'll do 1.1. We'll save 1.1 and throw 1.1 in. And then I did want to add a couple more of these ships. I just wanted to see how well it does for swarming. So I'm actually going to add in... We'll add in 2 more. 3 more just for the fun of it. There we go. Now it's near the same cost. Less crew. Let's see how this does against swarming. I love the backward thrust on this. The shield's covering. He's got point defenses. So this is what I was thinking. See how they stay in the corner? So instead of them walking back in there, they actually have more speed. So I think this is a better lineup, personally. I could be wrong. Yeah, this thing's just gonna wipe these other tiny ships out. I can't even get behind. And these are meant to be fast flankers. Let's look as the ship is going. Thrusters have doors to the engine rooms. Thrusters have doors to the engine rooms? They do. Okay, good. That's a good catch. So these are, so if to save money, a few thrusters. This one's needed for here to get to there, but this one I don't think is needed. So this one can be removed. This one, there's no reason to go to that one. There's no reason to go this one or this one. Okay, that's those doors. This door is needed, these ones. Maybe not. Why would you go... Okay, I see. This goes here, 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 so there's no reason to come to the corridor. But if you're walking through the engine room, it's a little bit slower. I would probably suggest moving the door there, but that's up to you. Yeah, and then he saves 5,214 from removing those doors. So that's a nice catch. Thank you, Unexcited, for that. Let's save that. Let's save this 1.2. Overall, even though we changed the doors, what we did was reduce the cost, increases optimization a little bit. What else could be fixed? Overall, I can't even... I don't think there's much to really change. I like how he has corridors and things to make it so it's a beautiful ship. They have more through engine rooms. Suboptimal. Really at the door in the engine room to force them through the corridor. Through thrusters is 50% speed. This is true. Okay, I'm gonna agree with Unexcited because that's what I was thinking too. So instead of them going through the engine room, it's best to just do that. That way they still go in, out, right? In, out. There's a 50% reduced speed here, and then they come through the corridor to go full fast speed. That would work better. Yeah. Just save it real quick. Save right over it. Okay. That's what I would suggest for that one. Let's clear everything off again. Okay, let's load into this next ship. This one's a Sundance M. Let's take a look at the actual design of it. That looks like a very interesting, it would fly very interesting. Let's save this ship design. Let's put it in there. I actually am interested in how it flies, because it looks like it's gonna fly interestingly. This is a very interesting looking ship with mines and everything. Like, yeah, the AI is not gonna do it justice with mines. And then he's got ion beams and he's got these shield covering placements. But just to see how it does, let's add this ship in. That's 900,000. I'm interested to see how this does. He's got some very interesting designs. I'm glad Butter joined us. I don't even know what I want to. I'll just throw it against this. I want to see how this does. Because it flies interestingly. I would assume that you would flank and fly in these weird angles and circle around. Obviously that's not a fair, okay, that's not a fair assessment to that. Let's do 2 Sundances and see how that does. This looks like a supporting ship in a sense. This part right here is exposed. You see how it's flying forward? Once it engages the bat, obviously it definitely faces the right way. And then you have these mines which are not launching right away. But I believe that it probably flies at some kind of interesting angle. Looks like some kind of... I mumbled reading again, I'm sorry. I'm still actually sick, so my nose is all stuffed up. I don't know what to say about this ship. This probably is a weak point right here. This part right here. Because you see right here, he even damaged it a little bit. Not covered by the shields. So maybe facing one shield this way. Just to cover this engine room. Because once this blows up, then you lose some maneuverability. Would probably be my suggestion. What's the internals look like? I would really like to see people use these mines, because mines are supposed to blow up behind shields. At least somebody mentioned before. I've never actually used them, so I don't know. What if we were to do this? And instead, okay, it is fire at will. I don't know. Mines plus EMPs hopeless hit. Somebody mentioned before in one of my other live streams that the mines can explode if they're behind the shields. They'll explode and do damage. Yeah. It would be nice to actually have somebody showcase and use the mines. That would be kind of nice. Here, let's see if I can do this. No, I didn't want to do that one. My ships march. Okay. I want to see what happens if I'm using it. Come on, mines, shoot out. Somebody's throwing mines. Maybe you have to face it like this? I don't know, I'm gonna get dizzy while trying to play a ship like this. I have to launch the mines. How would you do that? Is there a mine button? Is it this button? Oh, Control N. Okay, Control N. Obviously, you would want to hotkey that better. Oh, you just have to click the button. Okay. I'm learning about mines here, people. Didn't know about it. So if I do this, and I do this, I do that button. Oh, I have to click Control N. Okay, so I hit Control N. Now they should launch right away. Okay, so they're launching. I see them launching. Oh, I have to keep pushing it. Control N again. Yeah, I don't know how to use mines. Or at least with this ship, I don't know how to use mines. Very interesting. Can your mines blow up on yourself? Can you do damage to yourself with the mines? I don't know. This ship is gonna... It's a very interesting design. I don't know how to fly it properly, Butter, when you actually watch this. Alright. Let's go back to the battle helper. Let's go to the next ship. Sorry, I can't showcase that one as good as what it's supposed to be. Now this ship right here, because it's black, we're going to showcase it like this, but for the audience that are watching, it's really hard to see when it's full black. So all I'm going to do here is I'm just going to paint it white so we can actually truly see this ship. Okay, this way you can see how he actually designed the armor. Really, really neat looking ship. He's got a whole bunch of these Gatling guns, or what are they called? Chain guns. Chain guns. I think he said one of these ships, and I don't know which one it is, can actually take on an Orion. So that would actually be a better showcase. Let's do that. Oh, let's first save this as white. You can see it's black. It's supposed to be black and dark, but you can't really see it well in the video. So we're actually going to save over this ship and save it as white, just so we have it. We're going to wipe this out. We're going to take in an Orion under built ships. I think it's in Cabal. I want to see this. I don't know if it's this one or another one, but this is a great test. Can it tank all of this for the Orion part? I don't know if it's this one or a different one, but you did say one of his ships could do it. Probably not this one. Maybe this one, I don't know. No, the shields are not holding up. Still, I like the interesting design with the chain guns, just totally smashing up things there. On the inside, we'll just double check the engine rooms. I didn't see any doors there, so that's good. No doors there either. It did get cut in half. Okay, so that's not a fair assessment to face that one versus the Orion. We'll come back over here and face it versus itself. One of his ships do it. Maybe if Butter joins, he can tell me. Oh, I have a pause, sorry. Alright, ion beams, very far back. I didn't actually even see these ion beams actually shoot out. I guess we'll see it here. Okay, so the ion beams, because the Orion was so massive. And then he has these chain guns that eat away. I think this catching ability, you see how this part just flew off? That's a break point. So you see this entire piece just fell off. It looks cool, but if this piece is so weak, maybe attach it with some like frames on the back here so that when it doesn't just, the whole piece just doesn't fall off like that. See, yeah, this one had the same effect. This piece fell off. I would attach it like here or something. Sorry, structures. Structures. Unexcited corrected me. Thank you. Structures. I would attach them with structures. Still, it's a neat design. Very pretty looking. I like it. I don't know if I would fly around with a 3 million one like that, but I still like it. It's a cool design. Alright, he's got another one of these ones, which is the Crown 2. Let's take a look at this one. Nice orange color. 1.6 million. Now this one doesn't have those ion things facing in the back, but the other one was super effective from what we saw for flanking ability. This one's got, okay, so it's got heavy lasers, it's got disruptors. Its attack pattern, at least it's not far away back. Look at all these ion beams going nuts. Alright, let's see if it has the same door problem with... No. Okay, he fixed all that, so there's no problems with this one. He even has these extra boosters, so if you need to go faster, he could go faster. He's got all this extra speed. What an interesting ship. I'm actually interested to see how it does versus flankers. So 1.6 million, I believe, was what it was. Let's get a little bit heavier flankers in there. Let's get some with a little bit more speed. Let's do this one. I wonder if I could add in more than one instantly. I guess I can only do one at a time. Let's see how it does against this one. These ones are much faster. And these are definitely faster flankers. Let's see how it does for something like this. Now these are meant to be fast little flankers that come from behind. You can see that if you do get behind, but they don't get behind for very long. So that's really nice. See how he's able to back out. Very minimum damage for the back. And then they get stuck on each other even though they're flankers. Okay. What happened? Why is it not turning fast enough? There are some weak points in the back, as you can see. Obviously the ship is not meant to get hit from behind, but if it did get hit from behind, then it could have a little bit of troubles. Still, it's a cool design. I'm liking the heavy lasers. I'm liking how he has them mixed up. So he has these ones that constantly fire. This one here fires, I think it was firing a double shot, or I could be wrong. Control room issue, it turned off. This one right here. Ah, I see there's a red guy in there. If this red guy walks away from the station, the control room will lose issues. Thanks, Unexcited. Definitely, if you like the stream, please feel free to like it so that we can push awareness to everybody. So what Hosep saw is right here. See how there's this red guy there? So those are guys in blue. But if the control room loses this guy in red, because he has one red shirt right here. Now, something interesting that they did, or I remember seeing it, I don't remember where it was. Here it is. Another roster, you can find individual people, such as this guy right here, and you can, I don't know if you can assign this individual, I don't know what I just did, but you can pull up this roster here and you can have, you see how they each have names and stuff, and you can decide who goes where. I don't know what I just did to him. Go back. Who's dedicated to that? You get a blue. He probably needs one more blue dedicated to that control room. See, somebody else came in. So I just want to double check this. Is it a 10 for the control room? The bridge? Okay, so it is supply. The bridge is only 5. So in order to get it so it doesn't break anymore, you can either change the bridge for the red shirts to a 10 or higher so that they don't walk away as often, because you can see during combat if somebody walks away, this one red shirt walks away, big huge problems. Yeah, I didn't know about that function either. I accidentally just clicked on this roster thing, and then you can search for people and their names and everything. I don't know how to actually work this. I only discovered it not too long ago, but this roster thing's kind of cool. You want to see what each person is doing, and they can even say if they're idle or not idle. I don't know how to functionality change them to do things. But yeah, kind of neat. Neat functionality. All right. I don't know. We'll go to the next ship. That is a cool ship. Let's go back over here and go to March 313. He has another ship that's all dark, just for the purpose of this video, because it's really hard to see black on black. We're gonna change its color so that we can see it. Okay, and then we're gonna save it this way so we can actually see it, because you can't see it in on the black on black during a stream. It's just really hard to see. Now I see he has this green paint too. That's kind of nice. This might be the one that can tank an Orion. I don't know which one it is. That being said, really cool design with the lasers, with the ion beams in the back, this huge mouth. This layer stacking of shields is kind of one of the first times I've seen heavy shields layer stacked like that. For me personally, anyways. Really nice. This is not something you want to face in a front-to-front battle. He does have weak points in the back, obviously if you get flankers or a secondary ship, but from a front-to-front battle, beautifully designed. I also like how he's stacked up, how he has it stacked for the walkways, these back here. I would probably add a walkway going up this way, because you have down. Yeah, I'm actually going to do it right now, just to showcase it. So what I would change here is I would change this walkway, and there should be walkways at least going like this, because you already have it down like that, and this can be here. Now I know he has a corner one there. It's going to be up. This is down. There should be a door. Why is the door here? There should be a door here. Yeah, that makes more sense. Instead of them coming down and then trying to walk all the way this way to go that way. Alright, let's just see if I broke it. Okay, in, out. Now they don't even need that walk. Well, I guess they do use that walkway somewhat. Hold on, let's save it. Watch it again. 1.1. I didn't get a full utilization. Blew up the other ship. Let's do 1.1 and 1.1 over here. Alright, see if this change I actually broke it or not. Specific rules are only ever should be operating nothing else. You'll walk away even at 10. Wingtips are under. Could add battery points there. I'm trying to watch this part right here. You go in. Okay, that works. And this door right there did speed that up. That works that way. Yeah, that's better. See how they're using those walkways? It helps out some. I'm liking that tiny interchange. I think that's good. All right, I still don't know which one is the which one can face the Orion, but because I don't know which one it was, or if somebody can tell me, if they look at the Discord chat saying which one can actually do it, I'm just gonna face this one versus the Orion and see. One of his ships can face the Orion, he said, and I'm interested to find out which one it was. Sorry for the mumbling. The shields, look at the shields. The shields are tanking it. There's explosive charge to the driver. Yeah, I did see that too. So he has explosive charge here and explosive charge here. So he can separate the ship into two separate ships. Obviously this one doesn't face the Orion, but it tanked it pretty good. That was kind of nice. So what Hosep was saying here in the actual chat, for those that are interested, because I've always wanted to make a design like this, but I've never been successful at doing it, is there's these two little, there's this explosive charge here, and there's an explosive charge here, and he can separate the front of the ship from the back of the ship. Now how you actually do that, how do you actually separate, how do you explode it? Do you know how to set these off? Control Shift D. Okay. Control Shift D. Wow. Not gonna let me do it on that ship. Okay. I wanna see. Control Shift D. Did it do it? Control Shift D. I don't know how to do it. I don't know what the hotkey is. Anyways, now there are two ships. Or it should be. Or maybe they're... Okay, maybe they're not two ships. This doesn't fly on its own. Okay, they become... Because there's no command decks on them. It's separated, but... See, this is what I mean by... making successful separation. Now I can't even control these. I can't do anything with them. But it's still cool. Concept anyways. You need to speed up and separate while flying. They will push the front. Ah. Well, the idea is cool. I don't know how to. Well, I need to play around with it more. It's gonna require practice. So you would fly around, and then some hotkey to increase the speed. There's a supposed to try to drop the front, and then you can increase the speed of this back part, because this back part's still shielded. So that's kind of neat. Very, very neat. Alright, he's got another one. Oh, this one has more armor. Or at least that's what it says. Again, black on black. We can't really see it. So just for this video, we're going to paint it white. Let's save this ship. Alright, now we can actually see it. Alright, take that off so we can see it. This one has more armor in the front. It still has those explosive charges. I think he has this one on as constant fire. Probably testing that was being done. it may have still the same wing thing. Let me check to see this wing thing. Okay, so you see this wing thing? I would do the same change here. Because if you watch what these guys do, see how they're slow? He did have the door there. So the door was supposed to be on both of them because he already had this door here. But he doesn't have a door here. I don't know. Maybe it works better this way without that door? I don't know. I don't have an opinion. More testing's involved. Massive amount of disruptors on the wings. I like it. With the shields. Massive amount more armor. Maybe this one can take the Orion? Because the other one was tanking pretty good, actually. That's a neat version. Alright, I am interested to see this, though. This was, what, 3 million-ish? How does it do if I were to do something like this? These are my older ships. I have not ever updated them. They don't even stand a chance against a lot of things. But if you had 3 of these... Okay, that's more than enough here. Just 2. 2 of them. How does it handle this? Okay, turning wise, it can't turn as good as it needs to. And then once you get another ship, see how this one's still in and out of its... Okay, so it's heavy. Definitely a front-to-front ship. Turning ability. Yeah, has a little bit of problem with the turning ability, but that's where these ships come into play, where they're flankers, speed flankers. They're not tankers, but they're flankers. So... interesting. Let's pull on this next one. The Molten Heart. This one already is nice color that we can see just fine. Should have cleared all the debris because these are big ships. Wow, look at that. This angle's kind of funny. Why won't you face the right way? That AI is really kind of silly. That's a weak point. If you were to hit it from the diagonal, just to see right here, this whole piece fell off. I don't know what's up with the rear facing and why the AI is being silly like that. So we're gonna come over here and clear everything. Just in case something funky was happening. Let's try that again. Okay, so it is rear facing each other. I don't know why. That's probably how it flies forward. And then I don't know what it's doing right now. Hold on, what flight direction is this? Yeah, it flies that way. What if you were to just do that? Right? Am I wrong? I don't know. I don't know. Let's save it. Let's find out. I know I made a change. Did it make a difference? Okay, now it's facing the right way. I mean, maybe it flies backwards because he has got more boosters that way. But you see how this one's... Now this one's facing the right way. And now it's actually shooting the right way. Because it's not flying the wrong way. Okay. That looked like it worked better when you put the flight direction the right way it should be for the AI battle. I don't know why he has it flying backwards for whatever reason. Why are the Pedians on attack? I don't know why he has the point defenses on attack. If they're attack and defend. For whatever reason. Probably because it's turns slowly, and so in case he needs it, the point defenses are attack as well. But look at this pretty pattern. That's pretty. Maybe this is the one that can take an Orion, huh? Okay, the command deck right there, once this blows up, you can see it just kind of loses. I would probably move this somewhere else. Be my own personal opinion. Because you see, once he loses that command deck, then the whole ship kind of loses. And the command deck's right here. You see it right here? Even though it looks cool where it is, if they ever blow through all this and this blows up, then the whole ship just becomes this dead thing. Anyways, this is probably the one that can face the Orion, so I'm actually interested to see that happen. Maybe. I could be wrong. I just wanted to see a ship that can face it and a head-on battle. Obviously, cost-wise, though, it's a lot more, almost 4.5 million to only 3 million. But still, this ship should definitely be able to cut this ship. Right? If my assumptions are correct. Or from the side, yeah, definitely from the side. But from the front, it should be able to, the city should be able to tank. And it just did. Okay, so it just did. It out-damaged it is what it did. It just blew through it. Either way, if you're looking for a cool ion ship with this cool like web design, because that is a pretty neat looking. That is really neat looking. On the insides, it's such a massive ship. Butter, I don't even know what to say to change a few things. Maybe more walkways here and there, but you already have the corner for the power plants. It looks pretty. Massively pretty. Thank you for sharing, Butter, with us. Once you actually join and get to see this. I don't know if you're in the live stream right now, but thank you for sharing. Alright, his last ship that he did right here was the Phantom EX2. This one I think is not pure dark, so I think we can still see it. Maybe they don't have to color it. I think I can see it, at least in mine, decently. I like this little claw thing here, that's kind of neat. Helps to protect those boosters a little bit more. This one has that web design too. The point defenses are not on attack. Okay, so that was a weak point right there on this little tiny wing. So they're aiming at this. Because you have small shields. So they blow up this part right here, and then they blow up this. And it becomes the same thing. This one lost its wing too. So whatever reason, you see right here, this is a weak point right here. So protecting this a little bit more would be helpful to the overall design, because it's aiming, the AI is aiming at that for whatever reason. White would be way better. Okay, Unexcited said white would be better. Let's change it. We'll just change it just so we can look at it. Man, such beautiful design chips. I'm actually interested to see Hosup's Flameberg. Anybody I probably could just go to the Steam Workshop and look for it. See his most recent version of the Flameberg. But look at this thing. It's even got this little design there. That's kind of neat. Again, see how the wings blow up? It's a weak point. With all thrusters not possibly attached to the wings on the inside with structures. That's true. What he could attach it right here. Right? He could associate this piece to this piece in some way, and then it would be attached so that it wouldn't just fall off. Or this could detach somehow like that. I don't know. I don't want to mess the overall look, because it looks neat. That's a neat ship. Thank you again, Butter, for sharing. Let's go on to Galbatrox. Let's clear everything because that was a lot of going on for it. Battle Helper. Alright, so what we got here is we got a fringe station. Damaged. That's an interesting name. Looks like maybe a space station. Oh. You can't move. There's no thrusters on it. Okay, there's no thrusters on this thing, so it can't move. But a neat design for a friendship. Now here's the problem with if it can't move. All I got to do is come over to one of its weaker sides and take it out. Even though it's got missiles, yes, but because you can flank it from all the different sides, for an example, and I know it's dark here, let's just change it white just so people can see it. Right? Save it that way. Understood. Okay. If I were to come over here and I get some flankers, it's 2 million there, so if I get something that's even remotely kind of can flank behind it, so if I take these 2 cannons, and I can flank it from the sides. Now I know the missiles are still going to tear up these other ships pretty good. I don't have that many point defenses on these 2 cannon ones. But you can see once it can get behind, even though that's facing there, or from its weak side, it has no maneuverability to change its direction. Still, it's a cool, interesting concept. Yeah, it needs some kind of movement, some kind of something for a station, I would say, at least for it to rotate. For it to be a little bit better, would that be my suggestion? That's what I would say about that one, Galbatrox, whenever you get the time to look at it. Let's come over here to the hammer ship. Now this is another take of a deck cannon, it looks like. How much did this thing cost? I'm gonna say a lot of things in the same cost range. This thing's gonna wipe it out. Just because of the deck cannons. For what it's cost. I mean, if I were to come over here and I would look for something, even this costs more, I'm pretty sure the deck cannons is gonna rip through this ship. Just because they're deck cannons. Or it should. Try the weird ship against it. Okay, I guess I'm wrong. He doesn't have... His range is too far. He needs to get up closer. This ship has too much... I have so much flanking ability somewhat. But see, on a head-to-head, if you're not flanking, he could have did more damage. Oh. Cheap chain gun ship. Okay, here we go. Let's see that. March. Was it March? Where was that cheap chain gun? Wait, what was the cheap chain gun ship? When did we do that one? Was it in February? Was it this one? 1.2. Okay, it still does cost a little bit more. Is this the weird ship, or am I looking at the wrong one? I thought it was this one. Maybe it's a different one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure your ship's gonna easily blow this one away. Maybe. If it doesn't get a second volley in. Should get a second volley in. See, the AI is with the fact that this is flanking like that, and then your second volley is going to take this one out. The concept's neat. Concept's definitely neat. Definitely neat concept. Alright, come back over to March. Purple Rain. I don't know what to say about Purple Rain. They look like 3 separate ships merged together. And then it's supposed to be ramming. See how it just has full forward thrust? How much did this cost? I like the idea. There was a one time where I actually thought of doing something similar. So 1.4 million on a ramming ship. Because it's so long, what happens if I were to do something like this? I'm interested to see what it would do. As a forward thrusting, technically ramming ship. Okay, so he does have the disruptors. I was gonna say, how was he gonna take out? Well, for a forward thrusting ship like this, that's an interesting concept. A very interesting concept. Are there any factors in it to resupply? Okay, so this is just like an AI, just a player ship, because there's no factories to resupply the ammo. So after 2 or 3 ships, it's gonna lose its ammo. It does have charges, that's true. So Purple Rain, you could separate these ships with these. You could do that, and you could do this. And then it really does become a Purple Rain, right? So now that there are 3 individual ships. I don't know if it's more effective as just 1 ship or 3 separate ships. See, this ship just has to turn. Because even though you had the angles to shoot from behind, it didn't massively take out. I assume that it works around for PvP rule sets. Yeah. It's interesting ship. Neat, interesting ship. Alright, let's come over here to next one, small nukes. Or small nuke is just a single nuke. Okay, this one's pure black. I don't know if you guys can see it, so we're just gonna paint this white just so we can see it for right now. It's got 2 nukes and it's got point defenses. Now, point defenses are gonna be useless against nukes versus nukes, but the point defenses will work if they're like missiles or other things flying at it. He has a huge storage for nukes here, and it does have speed going forward, and its cost wise is very, very cheap, right? 1.41. That's an interesting design. I mean, if you were to come over here and I were to take, if I were to take this, right, and if you were to get small nukes, I'm actually interested to see what would happen if you had a whole bunch of these little small nuke guys, right? Only half the cost. I'm thinking 3 of these guys, because of their speed, I should be able to come from behind and blow up the back. Maybe. If they didn't miss. Obviously, I would say get closer. Not so far away, but depending on if you're flying them. Interesting idea, because if you're trying to flank with nukes, because nukes are, once they launch and then they can angle wrong. But I like the idea. Definitely like the idea. Cool idea. Alright. Last ship from Galbatrox. Which one that is Dragon? Starter Miners. Okay, this is a mining ship, so we're just gonna look at it not for its combat capability, but for its mining capability. Interesting. How much does the thing cost? 60? You can start as a miner. It's a starting cost. And you actually could do damage with it as a miner. Huh. Interesting. Thank you for sharing. That's an interesting idea. I wonder if you started the game with this ship. That'd be kind of neat. That's kind of neat. I'm not gonna lie, that is kind of neat. Alright. Let's come over here. Let's look at Hope's ship. Alright. I can't pronounce that. Antumbra? This looks very tanky. How fast does this thing go? How fast does this thing go? Watch the number down here because I don't have the other one selected. The Cabal of Soul style ship. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is Cabal Soul style ship that's converted into 6 railguns. It doesn't look like it goes very fast. This only flies at 30. Forward anyways. Backwards I'm sure it flies even faster. Because it has more thrusters going backwards. He's got enough of the hyperdrive so that he can fly. He's got the bigger hyperdrives, the large hyperdrives. Did that get released yet? Did large hyperdrives even get released? I don't know, I still have the experimental build installed, so... But if it hasn't... Oh, they did get released. Okay, so yeah, larger hyperdrives. 0.25. Okay. Thanks for confirming. Thanks, I'm excited for letting me know. For those that didn't know, like me, I knew they were coming, I just didn't know when they released it. They have the larger hyperdrives there. For its ability and its tankiness for up front, this is a nasty ship to face for sure. Right, if you were gonna face it, obviously it could be outrun. So if you have another railgun ship or something, because it doesn't fly very fast forward, only flies about 30 forward. I think you could outrun the ship, but as far as tankiness, if you're facing it, it's a massive shift to face, right? Even if I were to come over here and I were to do this, like that, and then I would hit the R key and rotate to the right, rotate to the left, right? This thing would just wipe it out once it gets in range. They released a medium hyperdrive and a large hyperdrive. That's nice. That's a massive ship to look at there. The speed-wise, though... Like maybe I can rotate like this instead. This should be better. So you can just do this. So even though it has all the tankiness, if you're actually doing a rail fan back and forth and targeting down the middle, I think it just blew it away because it's six rail guns plus the EMP and everything. So that is press 1 to select railgun, 2 for EMP. Railgun is set to fire at will. That's true. Fire at target, but fire at will. And then I would do 1, and then we come over here and we would change this to fire at target. And then we could actually do, and then 2 for EMP. And you could do fire at target and or fire at will, and or whatever it is you want to change. So he has it so it's 1 and then 2 railguns and then EMP. So you can change these up specifically for what he needs. That's cool. That's neat. Alright, let's move on to the next one. Concept Ship 4. Chain guns. Lots and lots of chain guns. Well, just 4 chain guns. But huh. I like how he has this armor placed back here too, with these actual 2 disruptors in the back too. Such an interesting design. That's a lot of point defenses on the wings for this to be the only damage. I'm guessing this is for all the missiles and everything that come in at higher levels. Its reload time is really fast the way he has it set up though. Huh. Interesting design. Alright. Restart battle. I know it's 2 something million, but what? Just because it has so many point defenses. How does it do versus Polaris? It's gotta win. It obviously costs way more, but I just want to see how these point defenses actually work. Give me a moment. Alright, sorry about that, I'm back. There was a ton of snow, so I had to figure out how to get food to my wife for her work. Chainsaw. Very, very interesting, yeah. Is that what this is? It's supposed to be like a chainsaw, unexcited? I guess it makes sense. Huh. That's pretty neat. I like it. Did what it was supposed to do. Tanked away and also did. Not that one. March. There we go. Okay, concept 5.1. I do believe he was saying that this one can tank because he added more defense here. So this one can tank better. So that's a new concept. Hold on, I gotta pick up a call again. Sorry about that. Had to organize how to get food to my wife because it is just a ton of snow everywhere right now. So I'll make sure that food gets to her. Gotta pack it up and excuse me, get it to her. So this is an interesting design. So this one right here, the host have built. I think he was saying that this one can build the actual base design for this, which I believe it definitely will. For its cost range and everything else. Yeah. Just 50k more, 20 more crew. But I believe that this one's definitely going to be taken. Now this is a project. I'm going to consider this one kind of as a projectile one. This is a full energy one. Projectile because it still takes ammo. But what it should be able to do is it should be able to rip away all the different armor, rip away the shields and everything else. Interesting design with this bigger shield like this. I've never actually thought to do it like that. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you have a different ship. I did make changes to it. I'll make sure that this newer ship gets posted in the Discord. I don't know if it's new or not. I definitely did change it. We'll see. Interesting design. Thank you, Hosep, for sharing. Alright, we got one last ship here. This is Zonksol's ship. I believe that they were collaborating in our Discord channel to help him make it a lot better. It depends on the AI. Yeah, the AI does some silly things sometimes. WIP VRGVR2. Now I don't know if this is Zonksol's first actual railgun design that with a whole bunch of collaborations that change it. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you ever, when you see this Zonksol, just let me know. But as far as a railgun design, with the help of others, it's got nice speed. It's got lots of shields. I actually like this little shield right here to help protect it even more, and then these back shields to help protect it even layer stack for this shield too. So it's not just a one and done. He's got these plus this plus that. Now facing each other, I can already see there's no way for it to take off the shields. So literally it's just gonna sit here and probably fire at each other for a very long time. But for its cost, because it's only in the million range, right? It's a very interesting design. He's got flat cannons. I don't even know what the flat cannons are signed. The flat cannons are signed for attack and defend. So if anything did get close enough, it's a very, I like this layer stacking of shields for those that were actually looking for a design like this. And then I like this little buffer here so that ships can't go all the way in past it as needed. It's an interesting design. And I believe a whole bunch of people from our Discord, like Unexcited, host, I don't know everybody because I wasn't reading everything, helped to actually design this. So, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being here. If you enjoyed this content, please feel free to hit the like button. It helps me out a ton. Helps to push out this content to other people. If you would like, please feel free to leave me a comment down below. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you don't like. Especially what you don't like so that I can improve and make better content. If you have not already, please feel free to subscribe. If you don't want to subscribe, that's okay as well. Come back once a week, once a month. Check out what content I have. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for watching. And you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Now next up, what I'm going to be streaming is I'm going to be setting up to stream Albion Online for those that have been waiting for that. And we're going to do Limhurst Soloing Outpost second try. Again, thank you all for watching. You all have a wonderful rest of your day.